This is, I think, the biggest miss in my opinion. The fact that none of the leaks so far got this part accurate. And I feel like if you were told what happened in the movie, you would absolutely get this. If there was a screening, you would not have gotten this part wrong. So Jesse.
Yes.
Guess what dropped today?
The Doomsday trailer.
It sure did.
Yes.
Did you already see it?
1.5 times.
I watched it several times.
Okay.
So I figured, you know what? We did the video earlier where we looked over the supposed leak of the Doomsday plot.
Stupid, but yes, we did.
And definitely didn't feel like it was true when we looked at it at the time. Right. Now, after watching the trailer, though,
there's some concerns.
There's a lot of similarities there. It's got me a little bit worried, but I did notice a couple differences.
Right.
I figured, you know what? Let's watch the trailer together.
Yep.
Get our reactions. Guys, we're not really a reaction channel, so don't expect much from us. Oh my God! We've already seen it, but we're going to watch it together. But still, if you like our commentary, please don't forget to throw us a like. We really appreciate it. Subscribe to the video to see more and click the bell to get notifications on our next videos. I'm playing Donkey Kong 64 right now, and we've got a series where me and Jessichu are playing Super Mario 3D World, and that one's a lot of fun.
Especially the ones where I win, which I've told you every time. Those are the best ones.
Very few and far between. Whoa. All right, so Jesse, let's get into it. Let's watch the trailer one more time, get our reactions to it, and then we'll dive in and see what's the same, what's a little different, and see if we're still worried.
Yeah. Okay.
And guys, just so you know, while we watch the trailer, I'm going to have a watermark over the video just to hopefully avoid any potential Marvel copyright strikes. Listen, we're a small channel, Marvel. You do not have to copyright strike us. This video is not even going to be monetized. I don't have enough views for monetization. Please.
Just let us have our say.
Do not throw an incursion our way. We are simpleful.
Incursion. Lovely.
Do not look directly at the sun.
No
oh,
kidding.
Man, come on. He knew better.
Okay, that's Doom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I really like the voice.
Who's voicing him?
That's Robert Downey Jr. who's playing him.
Oh.
Who played Iron Man.
I was gonna say, okay.
Yeah, and he sounds completely different.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really cool.
This is my time. You're far stronger than all of us put together.
Oh, this is the chat.
The chat.
Who was that guy?
That was Namor from Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
We only saw that movie like once or twice, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Than this one.
Explosions.
You can see the X-Men fighting the Marvel guys.
Yes, so that actually happens.
Yep.
Everything that they sacrificed.
There's a freaking
There's Loki and the calling card. So that's definitely a thing.
Yep.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
That's a cool shot.
That is cool.
Presume nothing except this.
Who's that guy?
That's Magneto. A very old Magneto.
Okay.
From the original X-Men
Turn
movies.
as brothers and sisters.
Namor again.
Doom's like, nah.
Get that weak out of here. It is. Oh. It's Steve.
Honestly, pretty cool trailer, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great trailer. I can't help but feel excited for it when I watch it. But when I first watched the trailer this morning, I was a little excited, but I was more distracted by the fact that I kept seeing things that we read from the leaks. And I was like, oh no, oh no.
Concerning.
Oh no. Like, it might actually all be true.
It's true. All of it. It's all true.
Maybe not all. There were definitely some differences.
Yeah, I did notice a couple differences. Let's go
Okay.
and take a look at some of those differences, Jesse.
Okay. Away we dive.
When we read both leaks, we read the leaked script that was shared online. Then I went to Reddit and we looked at a more deep dive that someone had compiled from all these different leak sources, and they put it together. In the beginning, it says that, and the beginning of the movie, X-Men World is having an incursion against the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe. And there was a moment where both of them, it mentions that, oh, well, the X-Men blow up Tobey Maguire's world. Charles Xavier watches the destroyed world below with sadness, but they had no choice. The X-Men were blowing up the other world to prevent the incursion and destroying their own world.
Yeah. Now I have a question. Did I miss this? Is there Spider-Man in this trailer?
There's no Spider-Man in this trailer. They don't show that at all. Now, they might be holding some of the cards close to the chest. They don't want to reveal their whole hand, even though the leaks are apparently revealing it for them.
Or it is still mostly a fake leak, and there is no Spider-Man involved.
There might be, there might not be.
We don't know yet.
We don't know, but what I saw here was that obviously it's Xavier looking at something exploding in the distance. It's hard to tell what this is back here, but I do notice around silhouette. The script leaks, if you recall, do mention this idea that you can see the other worlds colliding with theirs.
Yeah.
So to me, this kind of confirms, yep, this is Xavier looking at the whatever world this is. If it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's world or what, it's some world that they just blew up to stop an incursion.
I love him, by the way, and I always forget
Patrick
his name.
Stewart.
Yes. Oh, Star Trek. I mean, come on.
Yes, he's amazing, and it's great that he's still performing this role.
Yes.
After so many years. And my God, man, do not look. Do not look. There's this. I just want to point out the background of this theme. We're in Avengers Tower. It looks like we've got the new Avengers on the left. We've got Fantastic Four in the middle, and then the original Avengers on the right with Thor. But in the background, we can see what looks like three different worlds all connected.
Goodness. You're right.
And in the script leaks, they mentioned that, well, we've got X-Men World, we've got Marvel World, and we've got Fantastic Four World, and they're all kind of like colliding.
Yeah.
In some way, both leaks were very confused about how the incursions were happening. You know, which worlds were colliding, and it made it sound like maybe Fantastic Four's world wasn't part of the incursion, but we've got three worlds here.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Maybe they'll have a better explanation than the script or fake leak or whatever, because
I think they are, because it sounds like there's a lot of inconsistencies amongst the leaks, which we'll get to in a second. The script leaks do mention Shuri going to Namor for help, building the cannons.
Yes, but it seems like in the trailer she's actually doing some fighting and stuff, so it might be a little bit different than
Well, yeah, it looks like she's on guard. Namor doesn't trust her.
That looks so cool. I can't wait to see that.
Oh, I know.
I love her.
We also have multiple shots of Thor facing off with Doom. If you recall, that is also mentioned in the leaks that we read. There are depictions where, if you recall, we did look at the part where Thor is fighting Doom in the Void. If you remember, the Void is the end of time where Loki resides as the god of stories.
Yes.
This is it right here. So that's the Void. That's where Loki and Sylvie went when they got pruned. Anytime someone got pruned, they were sent to the Void, basically.
And then they were chased by that big cloud of death.
Eliath.
Something.
I think I'm getting that name right. It's been a second, but
the other Loki.
I know. So yeah, so that's, you know, the leaks mentioned Thor going to the Void and Doom going to the Void and having a fight there. So that's what this looks like to me.
Am I remembering correctly? One of the leaks said that Doom like cut his arm off or something.
Yeah,
really
so
graphic?
Ripped his arm off, and it was also talking about how Loki came in to save him, and that's when Doom captured Loki and stole his powers. So if you look, I mean, this is some kind of very empty expanse, like a void. So I think that part's also confirmed.
Okay.
Another thing is this fight at the X-Men Manor. If you remember in the leaks, it mentions that there's a team that's sent to the X-Men world to recruit them.
Oh, that's
but
right.
when they go there, the X-Men attack them, thinking that, oh, well, you guys are coming to blow up our world to save yourselves, so we're going to stop you.
It's the incursion battles.
So that's clearly what's happening here. I think that's that's also confirmed. If you go back and look at the Reddit leak, it's actually a lot more detailed as far as who does what and goes where. They say Sam, Shang-Chi, Yelena, Bucky, Bob, Sue, Reed, Namor, and Doom go to the X-Men universe, while the rest of them go to Fantastic Four universe. For some reason, that part's still not 100% explained as far as what's the point if they're not facing an incursion or what they could even possibly do. But still, we see those same characters here, though.
Yeah.
We see Shang-Chi, we see Gambit. This Reddit compilation also explicitly talks about who fights who, and it mentions that, hey, you know, Cyclops goes against Sam. It says he destroys Sam, but clearly that's not the case.
Right.
So Sam's not biting it from Cyclops, I don't think. Yelena's going against Mystique, but Shang-Chi has scenes with Gambit, and we're clearly seeing that in the trailer.
Well, and no one can resolve things if someone is like destroyed. So yeah, that
Exactly.
that leak did not make sense at all. The way it was worded.
I have to say though, it is so nice to see Shang-Chi again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I know.
But
Now I want to go. I feel like we
Yeah.
need to watch it again.
That's the secret behind Marvel's success.
Oh my
They
gosh.
release these Avengers movies and it makes you nostalgic and want to go watch the movies again. Be like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, maybe that's why they put so many in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah, this is a huge superhero love letter right here. And then, of course, this infamous scene where Loki is seen with his TVA card, and he's obviously here, not at the TVA. There's curtains, there's some trees in the background. He's clearly at Steve's house.
Which I don't understand.
In a TVA suit.
Right.
So that part's confirmed, or is it? There's Shuri going to a ship to meet the Fantastic Four and the others. This is the same group that we just read on that Reddit that said, hey, they go to whatever to go talk to Wakanda. Because you can see this is Bucky, he's got the arm.
Oh,
this
right.
is the Falcon's little sidekick,
Yeah,
Joaquin. I think this is Ghost.
Okay.
Because I see a hood.
Okay.
And I don't know who else has this silhouette.
Yeah.
And there's probably U.S. agent or someone back here, and there's the Fantastic Four, there's Ben. So they're clearly going off maybe to save the Fantastic Four world
I guess.
or something. We got more shots of the other team invading the X-Men mansion here. A really cool fight scene between Mystique and Yelena.
Yeah.
Which again, that was called out in the leak, so
That's
we have
true.
another one confirmed.
Makes me worried.
But you know what they didn't talk about much was Scott Lang, who's the Ant-Man.
Right.
They mention him once or twice. They say, oh yeah, Steve talks to Ant-Man.
And then they never mentioned him again in that one.
In that one. And the
Yeah.
other one, they bring up Ant-Man again towards the end where Ant-Man says, hey, I can save some of you by taking you to the quantum realm.
Right.
But no mention of any of these scenes. This is him kissing his daughter. There is this shot of Namor doing something. We can't really see much, but I do see water in the background. There is this brief mention in the big compilation version that mentions that Namor creates like a big tsunami to fight Doom's army. So that might be what's happening here.
Okay.
If that part's accurate. And then obviously Thor going against Doom again. And if the leak is 100% true, this is where Doom will clearly win against Thor and Loki tries to save Thor, and then Doom uses that as an opportunity to capture Loki.
Okay.
So there are a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
It could be 100% legit, and this might be really disappointing because as cool as that trailer looks, those scripts that were leaked, they don't make any sense.
They don't make any
They're
sense.
pure nonsense, and we went into full detail as to
did.
why. Guys, if you haven't checked out that video yet, pause the video now, go check out that video real quick so you can hear our full criticisms and concerns. We really dive into it and pick it apart.
Yes, we did.
While you're here, please, if you like our commentary or if you like the other video you paused this one to go check out, throw us a like. It really helps us out a lot.
Yes, or leave a comment. We like comments.
We love engagement.
Yes.
Let us know how stupid we are and we don't know anything about
or
the Marvel
if you
Cinematic
agree,
Universe.
I mean, that could happen.
That it could, maybe. If you do happen to agree, let us know. We'd love that. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications on our latest videos.
Isn't it ring that bell?
Listen, click it, ring it, slap it, clap it, whatever you got to do. So there were a lot of similarities, but you know what else I noticed is that there are actually quite a few things that were in this trailer that contradict both leaks.
Right.
In this trailer, we have a expository shot of Avengers Tower, and then cut to a shot of some space doors. We see seats in the background. This is clearly the Fantastic Four's space shuttle. And they're arriving in the Marvel Cinematic Universe world, and they're going to Avengers Towers to meet the Avengers, right? Clearly what's happening here. We see the Fantastic Four here, but then who's behind them is Thor. Right? Now, in both leaks, it does not mention Thor arriving with the Fantastic Four. It doesn't even mention Thor until after they've talked about the plan to build the cannons, and then it just says, oh, well, meanwhile, Steve tells Thor that Loki is alive, and we're like, what, Thor's here? They didn't mention that Thor came with Steve and the Fantastic Four. In this leak, it just says Steve meets with the Fantastic Four because he's living on their planet, apparently, and then they just go to the MCU. And we go to the other leak, it doesn't mention Thor at all until after Steve and Doom are talking, and then they're on their way to the MCU, and then it cuts to a scene with Thor and his daughter, Love, where Love is like, hey, I'm getting visions, I'm getting nightmares about something bad going down. And that's where Thor decides, okay, well, I'm gonna go find my friends. But this thing says that Thor goes to Wakanda. He first goes to New Asgard, leaves Love with Valkyrie to babysit her, while he goes to Wakanda to find the others.
But so that's not what happens in the trailer.
That's clearly not what happens in the trailer. This happens way before any of that, because this is the first meetup.
Right.
Or at least that's what it seems like
in the trailer,
in the trailer, just to add credibility to that idea. Here's this scene again, where they're all in Avengers Tower. Thor is right there, and they're all explaining the situation. So it seems like Thor has gotten involved in this way sooner. We're not 100% sure how, but the leaks don't address it. So there's one hitch already that tells us, you know what? Maybe things aren't exactly what they seem. Maybe there's hope that the Russo...
It will all make sense.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping, that it makes sense.
Please. Please let it make sense. That's all I ask.
The other big one that I noticed,
knew you were going to say this one,
is this TVA card. So obviously, Loki being here, that's a huge feeling of dread. This was a really dumb idea in the leak. It doesn't make any sense why, but what's more interesting is the back of this card.
That's the tree.
Yes, it looks exactly like the World Tree, Yggdrasil. That tells me this is probably not normal Loki, because if you remember, both leaks that we read together said that, oh, well, this is specifically Loki before he became the god of stories. Right.
Very specifically.
And it didn't make a lot of sense to us, because at what point would Loki have ever had time in season 1 or 2 to stop and care about Steve and go and offer him a card and say, yeah, look me up sometime. Here, let me displace you from one universe you don't belong in into another that you don't belong in. So,
but the card, the tree, he is already the god of stories.
That's the implication that I take here, because again, it doesn't look like a normal card, but that is clearly the tree. They zoom in on it. So what this could be is that this is Loki, the god of stories. Maybe he is still on the throne holding all the threads of the multiverse together, and he has other versions of himself that he sends out to do TVA work still, because the TVA still exists in a way, but it's transformed. And Loki is making sure all of the multiverse can exist peacefully.
Now, question. As the god of stories, can he kind of see, like, the future, or how does that work?
I bet he definitely could, but I don't know.
Because if he could see the future, maybe he's like, oh no, if I don't go to this guy and get him to do certain things, then we're all doomed or something.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right. And I would bet that that's what really happens. Instead of Loki going to Steve and being like, oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, bro.
I don't want you to catch any of this incursion smoke. So I just thought maybe,
homie,
we migrate you over here.
Yes.
So instead of doing that, maybe he sees there is a threat coming, and this is his way of trying to stop it. He can't stop it himself for whatever reason. I mean, he's the god of stories. He's not the god of being able to stop everything.
He's not the god of gods.
Yeah. Maybe he put Steve on a mission to go bring everyone together.
I like that. That's better.
Right?
That's better.
And that's why he gives him the card to say, hey, listen, I've got a mission for you, and I need you to do this thing, and when you're done and you have Thor, use this card to come back to the TVA and find me, and then this is the mission we're going to complete together. That's only going to work if you bring Thor over here and you get the other Avengers to do A, B, or C. Because in both leaks, they don't really give a solid idea as to why they even go to the TVA. It just says, oh yeah, Loki hands him a card and says, call me.
And call me baby.
And, you know, in both leaks, there's really no reason that they give for Steve to be like, yeah, let's go to the TVA now. It's just like,
Whatever.
hey, Thor, your brother's alive. You want to go check it out?
Didn't it say like a Loki?
Hey, Loki. Yeah, the first one did. It sure did. Again, partially true what's happening here, but I think greatly missed the mark as far as what's really
context,
happening.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious to see, though, if it's still true that Doom somehow gets to the TVA and destroys it before they get there.
Yeah, I almost feel like they would have shown that in the trailer because that would have been amazing. People have been like, whoa, but maybe they're saving it or maybe it didn't happen. We'll see.
They might be saving it. If you think about things that are contradictory to the leaks, if Loki gives Steve some card for some type of mission and then Doom is going to the X-Men world to do whatever it is he needs to do there, at what point did he go to the TVA and destroy it after Loki gave the card?
Right.
You know what I mean? And how did he get there? And
we do know that he's fighting Thor. And
at the end of time.
And the leak says that when he fights Thor, doesn't he like get Loki's powers or something? Or
he
what
does,
happens?
but that would happen after they went to the TVA in both leaks.
Okay.
Maybe the TVA destruction happens a little bit later, and maybe Doom gets there because Steve and Thor go there. Maybe he piggybacks somehow and ends up wrecking the place. I don't know, but that's where it gets very confusing.
Right.
I don't know if this is a full-blown contradiction, but the leaks are a little bit wishy-washy as far as where the Wakandans come in, how do the Fantastic Four, any of the other heroes interact with them. If we go to the original leak, Wakanda, they basically, all this one says is they split into teams and each one will go into another Earth to place a cannon there, and it doesn't mention who's building the cannons.
Oh, so they're only mentioned maybe in the other one, the Reddit one.
Yeah, so on the other one, if we go, it mentions
that they say they have to go to
right.
Missouri.
It's absolutely silly because Doom comes up to the Fantastic Four according to this league and it's like, hey, yo, there's incursions and I've got a plan, but for this plan to work, I need Steve. And then he calls Steve over and then he's just like, hey, Steve, can your buddies help? That's my plan, to ask your buddies for help. Real smart here. And then the MCU buddies are like, yeah, cool, we'd love to help. Let's ask Shuri because we have no idea how we're going to help you. Sure, we have a team that includes Mr. Fantastic over here, smartest man.
This sounds like a marketing bottleneck. So like in marketing, okay, when you have like 5 different team members and you're like, ooh, we're going to write a blog post. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. We need to go to this person to get the strategy. Oh, wait, they need to approve the strategy by going to the other department. Oh, wait, we should check with the legal team to make sure that's also okay. And then we need to pull in the editor. And then you know what? We should probably pull in the CEO because he micromanages. So we want to get that checked too.
This all comes from a place of hurt. So yeah, they mention that Doom's got this plan to go to Shuri, so that's where they mention Wakandans here. But it says Thor goes to Wakanda to find the others. It doesn't mention like Fantastic Four going to Wakanda or anything like that.
Yeah,
it
it's
does.
a little different.
The only time it mentions that is down here where they split into 2 groups to go build the cannons.
In the trailer, it looks like they're meeting.
Well, yeah, for the very first time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening. It does have the exact same people in the trailer. Like we see Torres, which is Joaquin, I think.
True.
We do see Scott. Well, I don't think we see Scott Lang. We kind of see U.S. Agent. I don't see Red Guardian in there. We did see Ghost. We saw Shuri. We saw Ben and Johnny.
Yeah.
But it says they go back to save the people of the Fantastic Four universe. It doesn't mention the cannons at all.
And there's no cannons in the trailer at all.
Well, there's no cannons in the trailer. That might be something they don't show just yet. Maybe there's not even any cannons at all.
I hope not.
I'm not sure how they work.
I don't want stupid cannons in the movie. You don't need them.
I really hope Doom's plan and the way Doom pulls in these heroes and moves through the story makes way more sense than what these links show, because it's nonsense.
It's nonsense. It would make more sense if Doom's whole plan is to get them to just fight each other and then weaken each other, and then he goes in and he kills the people he wants to kill, and then he steals powers and he does things. That would make more sense than, hey guys, there's a bunch of incursions, I can help you stop them, but oh, we have to go over here, and then we have to go over here.
You have to do all of these and name things. And apparently Doom's ultimate plan was to just let the incursions happen. So it just didn't make any sense as far as like, well, why are you doing any of this at all? Just let them happen then.
Total garbage.
If we look at this, it clearly has the team that was sent to, it said on that one we just looked at, it said they were sent to the Fantastic Four universe to save it. Here, I mean, obviously Shuri and them aren't in the Fantastic Four universe, and it looks like they're meeting for the very first time.
They're like, what's up, bro? Yeah.
Like, hey, so this might be, in actuality, the Fantastic Four going to Shuri and saying, hey, we need your help to build a cannon, while the other team is going to the X-Men to build a cannon there.
But I thought it was, wait, who goes to Shuri? I thought it was, is it them?
It's them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, well, actually, you know what? I know they said Johnny, didn't they? It's Torres, Scott Lang. There's Ben. We did see Ben. We don't see Johnny.
Okay.
Was Johnny in the X-Men universe? One second. Because if you look here, there's Mr. Fantastic. Look, he's stretching. I didn't even see that before.
Yeah.
He's stretching, and Yelena's ducking under his arm.
That's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't even notice that the first time.
Yeah.
She's ducking under like, get that out of my way.
He's holding the Captain America shield.
Yeah, he's holding Falcon back. He's like, whoa, 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 buddy. And then there's Shang-Chi. There's Herbie.
Oh, cute.
Here's a shot of Johnny in front of some type of explosion, holding obviously his sister, Sue Reed.
Yeah, okay.
This might be a shot of towards the end of the movie where everything basically collides. They weren't able to save anybody. And then Doom apparently recreates all the worlds and makes Battle World.
I really don't want that to happen.
Probably going to happen because why else have all these different incursions? They're definitely going for it because apparently that's from the comics.
Oh.
All I can hope for is that it pulls off way better than what it reads as.
Right.
The leaks lay out Doom's motivation as like, oh, I lost my family due to incursions, so I'm going to blow up all of reality and then recreate one reality, but it'll be Battle World where I control everybody. Well, it's like, dude, I thought you were trying to resurrect your family.
Yeah, you're not going to have your family in Battle World.
Right. Well, I mean, even if he did, what's the point?
You're not going to be safe in Battle World.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but maybe we're missing a lot of context.
We might be.
And didn't Sue go to... Wait a minute. Didn't Sue go to the X-Men world? Well, I mean, it's a trailer, so who knows?
Right. We don't know where she's at.
We really don't know where she's at, but it looks a little bit brighter. It looks like maybe she's on the MCU world. Yeah, so that part's probably correct as far as where they end up.
Yep.
But clearly the leaks aren't 100% accurate.
Correct. I have a theory.
Oh, let's hear it.
I have a new theory. They got the leak of an old draft. Before someone looked at it and said, this doesn't quite make sense. Let's go into the writer's room and fix it. Now, obviously some things survived, but a lot of things are different.
Part of me also wonders, there's been some other leaks too, like set photos and things like that. It's entirely possible that these leaks are actually really good educated guesses because there was a trailer for Doomsday shown only exclusively to CinemaCon. Apparently, a lot of the stuff that was shown there is partly in this trailer as well. How much? I don't know. So maybe if someone was clever enough, they compiled all the information from that CinemaCon trailer, coupled with any set leaks, any other promotional photo leaks, things like that, and they made a super awesome educated guess and said, yeah, okay, based on what we know, this is probably the order of events.
You cannot call it a super awesome. It was terrible.
It was terrible. Well, I'd say super awesome in the fact that
they were able to do it.
Clearly they got a lot of things right.
They did. You know what? They did.
But the sequence of events doesn't seem to line up. And I just want to point this out, the very last scene too has Thor meeting Steve on the ship for the first time, which looks like the Fantastic Four ship. And who's this back here? It looks like someone in a Fantastic Four suit.
I see white boot tops.
Yes, and a little white chest, and a little white collar.
Yep.
I think that might be a Johnny or a Sue.
Okay.
This is, I think, the biggest miss in my opinion. The fact that none of the leaks so far got this part accurate. And I feel like if you were told what happened in the movie, you would absolutely get this part. If there was a screening, you would not have gotten this part wrong. This is a very clear introduction shot. In fact, both leaks, not one of them mention this interaction of Steve being accepted by Mjolnir, the hammer.
Yeah.
So it's a huge miss in my opinion. And it's also interesting, like we said, the TVA card that Loki has, it's got the Yggdrasil world tree on it. He's probably the god of stories. And I think maybe in both leaks, they just emphasized, oh, he's not the god of stories yet, because otherwise they couldn't imagine how else the story would work.
They couldn't make it fit.
They couldn't make it fit. They didn't have all the pieces, so they just made it up. If that's true, then that's for me.
Right.
Because that means maybe a lot of the stupid that's in those leaks is not true at all. And we're actually in for a fantastic movie.
And maybe we're not going to see a child.
That's the one thing I do not need to see.
Please.
Please?
Don't do it.
To be honest, I don't think it's going to happen. All of the other previous Marvel movies, they've never done that.
Well, they didn't show a child in the trailer, right? They only showed...
No, but in the previous teasers that they released, in one of those, it shows Steve holding his newborn son.
Oh, no.
So he's clearly going to have a son. It's probably going to come into play, but
Yeah.
kill? I don't think so. Obviously, everybody is going to die from the incursions, and then Doom's going to recreate his precious battle world. And, you know, going back to that, even that doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you look back at the
Right, we
leaks.
talked about that in our full video. If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Yes, guys, again, if you haven't seen our criticisms, go back and take a look at it. And while you're there, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. So if you go back here and look, there's actually a little bit more that doesn't make sense, because it says, well, Steve goes back to confront Doom, and that's where Steve meets Doom followers. And apparently it mentions that, well, one of the followers is like a Peggy variant, and she manipulates him. Well, that never comes back into play. Manipulates him to do what? That never comes back into play. After it mentions she manipulates him, that's when Doom decides to say, hey, now that you're manipulated, now I'm going to tell you everything and kill your son. For what purpose? He's manipulated.
Right.
He's under your control, presumably, right?
Presumably.
So that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't think it's going to happen.
It doesn't make sense.
This doesn't make sense. And also, I just don't think Marvel would go there.
They really shouldn't.
They shouldn't, and I don't think they would. It
Yeah.
would surprise me if they did.
DC went there and no one liked it.
Well, I'm sure some people did.
Okay, but those people don't need to watch our channel. Sorry.
Oh, you have a problem with that opinion? Why don't you let us know in the comments, baby?
Ba-boom.
These guys suck.
They can't take it.
So, Jesse, with that, what is your final thoughts on the trailer? And are you more interested in seeing the movie now that we've dissected the leaks versus what's actually in the trailer, or less?
Okay, great question. Oh, our dog wants
yes.
an opinion too.
Yeah, he's like, me.
So I do want to watch it more,
Yeah,
but there is still a little bit of fear
yeah.
because there are some things we just don't know for sure. But I also really like some of the little battle scenes we got to see. Those look awesome.
Absolutely.
And super fun. So I do think even if we're like, ooh, this and that didn't make sense, I think we're still going to enjoy it because we're going to get like a really cool experience.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
I'm a little bit more leaned into the movie now that I've seen the trailer and after we've dissected it versus the leaks a little bit more. Because now it tells me that, well, these leaks, I feel like they're probably more of an educated guess. They might have gotten maybe 40% of it right, maybe 50% of it right, but then there's hope that remaining 50% is actually way better than what these leaks make it out to be.
Yeah.
That gives me a lot of hope. And like I said, I don't think Doom's going to kill Steve's son. I think that would be in poor taste. I feel like I have more faith in Marvel to be able to tell a good story. I love most of their movies. There's only a few I didn't like.
Right. Well, one of the Thor movies, right? Wasn't the last one?
Yeah, the last one I didn't like because they went so far into the comedy. It was basically like an SNL skit. It was pure parody. It didn't take itself seriously. Like at one point, Thor was giving beer to his axe. It was so dumb. And I was just like, come on, this movie series used to have some verisimilitude. It actually took itself seriously, despite its very like Norse god themes. The other one I know we didn't like was the second Doctor Strange movie, Into the Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
That was a weird and gross one because it was played more like a horror, and Scarlet Witch, Wanda was like killing everybody in brutal ways, blew off the guy's head and everything. It's just like, I don't want to see this. This is too much for what I'm expecting from a Marvel movie. If I want to go see a horror movie, sure, I'll go see a horror movie. I'm in for that. But it's just like, it's setting the expectation.
Yeah.
When I walk into a Marvel movie, the expectation has been previously set by like 24 movies. This is what I'm wanting to see from this. Just like if I open up a Lilo and Stitch episode, I'm not expecting Stephen King's It to show up instead. I like Stephen King's It. I'm down for it when I'm expecting it. Hey, Sarah. So yeah, I'm a little bit more hopeful now. I'm excited. I want to see it, and I can't wait. So after we see it, though, I think we're definitely going to have to put our reaction and our review afterwards.
Yes.
So guys, if you want to check that out when we release it later this year, please hit that subscribe. throw us a like, even if you hated us. Hey, you know what? You hate us so much, like us for it. We made you feel things.
That's right. And you made it this far anyway. You might as well.
And you know what? Go ahead and tell us how wrong we are, how great these leaks are. And you know what? Tell us to shut up, sit down, and enjoy the movie, huh?
Yep. We won't do it, but we will respect your opinion.
Well, we might enjoy the movie.
Well, yes, but we won't shut up.
We'll never shut up.
No.
And ring the bell so you get the notification when we put up more videos like this in the future. Until then, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.